She was just a little girl, lost, alone, and afraid. But when she gave the secret signal to the guard dog, what it did next shocked everyone and changed her life forever. It was a quiet evening at Maplewood Estates, a high-end gated community in Atlanta. The rain had just stopped, and the wet streets shimmered under the golden glow of the streetlights. Security guard Raymond Turner, a retired Army veteran, stood at the main gate with his loyal German shepherd, Rex. The pair had worked side by side for 3 years, protecting the estate's residents, CEOs, politicians, and celebrities who never noticed a man or his dog keeping them safe at night. Raymond loved his job, even if it was quiet. Rex was more than a guard dog. He was family. But that night, something unusual caught Raymond's eye. A little black girl, maybe 9 or 10 years old, stood just outside the gate, soaked from the rain, clutching a small pink backpack. Her shoes were muddy, her braids dripping. She didn't move closer, just stood there, trembling. Raymond frowned. "Hey there, sweetheart. Are you lost?" The girl didn't respond. Instead, she crouched slightly and looked directly at Rex. Then, in a slow, deliberate motion, she raised her right hand and made a tiny gesture, a twist of her fingers and a tap on her chest. Rex, usually calm, whimpered and then barked once, sharp and alert. Raymond's instincts kicked in. He had seen dogs react like that in war zones, when they sensed something was wrong, danger, fear, or a hidden presence. "Whoa, easy, boy," he murmured, gripping Rex's leash. The girl finally spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. "Please, he knows. He remembers." Raymond froze. "Who remembers? Honey?" Before she could answer, a car's headlights appeared behind her, speeding toward the gate. The little girl gasped and backed away. Rex growled, stepping in front of her protectively. Raymond's hand hovered over his flashlight. Something was off. The black SUV screeched to a halt, and a man in a suit jumped out, shouting, "Hey, that kid, she's not supposed to be here." The girl's eyes widened with pure fear. She whispered to Rex again, the same signal. The dog lunged forward, barking furiously, forcing the man to stumble back. Raymond stepped between them. "Sir, I don't know what's going on, but you need to calm down." "She's a thief," the man snapped. "She broke into one of the houses." The little girl shook her head desperately. "I didn't steal anything. Please, believe me." Raymond looked at her eyes, terrified but honest. He'd seen those eyes before, in the mirror of soldiers who'd been through too much. He turned to the man. "Let's call this in first. No one's taking her anywhere till we know what's going on." The man glared but didn't argue. As Raymond escorted the girl into the security booth, Rex stayed close by her side. The girl reached down, gently stroking his fur. "His name's Rex," Raymond said. "I know," she whispered. "He used to protect us, too." Raymond's heart skipped. "What do you mean, used to?" She looked up at him with trembling lips. "Because my dad trained him." And suddenly, everything around him stopped. Raymond's mind raced. Her dad trained Rex? That couldn't be right. Rex was given to the security company years ago, fully trained, loyal, calm. "What's your name, sweetheart?" he asked softly. "Oriana," she said. "Oriana Miles." That name struck something in Raymond's memory, a soldier's name. Sergeant Miles, a man he once served with, a man who never came home. Raymond swallowed hard. "Your father, was he in the army?" Oriana nodded slowly, tears filling her eyes. "He was. He trained Rex when you were in the same unit. He told me if I ever got scared, I could use a signal. Rex would protect me." Raymond sat back, his breath catching. The signal, that tiny twist and tap, was a command used only in their special K-9 unit. A protect signal. Only 2 people in the world should have known it, the handler and the trainer. He stared at the girl, stunned. "Oriana, where's your mom?" Her voice broke. "Gone. I was living with my aunt. But she left me when I told her I wanted to find where Daddy worked. She said I was too much trouble." Raymond's chest tightened. The man from the SUV, who claimed she stole something, must have been from one of the mansions. Maybe she tried to get inside looking for her dad's things. He reached for the radio to call the estate office, but something stopped him. A chill. What house did you go into, Oriana? The big white one, she whispered. It used to be ours. Raymond blinked. That mansion now belonged to Daniel Cross, a wealthy investor known for buying foreclosed homes. If the Miles family had lived there before, it meant her father's home was repossessed after his death, and she must have gone back, not to steal, but to find something of her dad's. He looked down at her backpack. What's inside, sweetheart? She slowly unzipped it and pulled out a worn-out photo frame, a picture of her father in uniform, kneeling beside Rex. Raymond's throat tightened. He remembered that photo. It was taken just days before Sergeant Miles's final mission. I just wanted this, she said softly. They threw away all his stuff when they sold the house. I didn't steal. I just wanted to remember him. Rex whimpered again and nudged the photo with his nose, as if recognizing his old master. Tears blurred Raymond's vision. He knelt beside her. Oriana, your dad was one of the bravest men I ever knew. And Rex, he paused, voice cracking. Rex was his best friend. She looked up, crying. I thought no one remembered him. Raymond shook his head. We all did. He saved my life once. Suddenly, a voice shouted outside, the man from the SUV again, this time angrier. Security! Open this door. That girl's coming with me, or I'll call the police myself. Raymond stood tall. You call whoever you want, but no one's taking her till we know the truth. Rex barked once, standing firm between the man and Oriana. As lightning flashed through the rain-streaked window, Raymond realized this wasn't just about a girl. It was about honoring a man's kindness and courage that time tried to erase. He wasn't going to let that happen. The next morning, detectives arrived. Raymond gave them the full story about Oriana, her father, and the photo. The man from the mansion insisted she broke in, but something about his nervous tone made the detectives suspicious. They decided to check the security footage. When they did, the truth stunned everyone. The camera showed Oriana slipping through the open gate quietly, holding her backpack, not to steal, but to pick up a small wooden box from a pile of discarded junk near the mansion's dumpster. She hadn't gone inside at all. But then another figure appeared on the footage, the mansion's owner, Daniel Cross himself, throwing away boxes labeled Miles Family Storage. When confronted, Daniel's expression faltered. I didn't know it was her father's stuff. The bank handled everything. Oriana clutched her backpack, silent, but Rex wasn't done yet. As they walked back to the dumpster site, the dog began digging near one of the boxes. Raymond called him off, but Rex kept pawing at the dirt. Something metallic glinted beneath the mud. Raymond knelt and brushed it away, revealing a small locket engraved with the name Oriana. Inside was a folded note in faded ink. It read, To my little girl, if you ever feel lost, give Rex a signal. He'll lead you home. Dad! Oriana broke down, sobbing, clutching the locket to her chest. Everyone, even the detective, fell silent. Raymond's eyes filled with tears. He never stopped protecting you, kid. Not even now. The detective turned to Daniel. You owe this child an apology, and perhaps a home. Daniel's face softened. She can have the house back. It was her father's. I'll sign it over. Oriana's eyes widened in disbelief. Really? He nodded. Your father served this country. It's the least I can do. Raymond smiled through tears. You see, Oriana, kindness doesn't disappear. It just waits for someone brave enough to bring it back. As the sun rose, Rex sat beside the girl, tail wagging gently. Oriana looked down and whispered the same signal again, the twist and tap. Rex lifted his head proudly, barked once, and leaned against her leg. For the first time since losing her father, Oriana smiled. And those watching that morning, officers, guards, and even the cold businessmen, felt something they hadn't felt in a long time, the power of kindness, loyalty, and love that never truly dies.